Hello there, how you doing? And welcome to Madagascar and Europe's Most Wanted. The movie begins around 600 days after the second movie, and Alex and everyone else is wondering when and if the penguins are ever coming back. So Alex suggests that he, Martin, Melman and Gloria should go to Monte Carlo themselves and get the penguins to fly them back to New York. They get to Monte Carlo by water, which means that they swam from somewhere in Africa to Monte Carlo. And why does Gloria have a snorkel? Hippos can literally breathe underwater, and why is no one wet after being in the water? When they get to the casino where the penguins are, they hide in the roof, and while telling the other the plan, Alex says that he's the leader. So they start to argue who's the leader, and when Gloria tries to de-escalate the argument, she steps on the glass roof and it shatters instantly. So they fall down into the casino, which freaks everyone out, and they lock down the casino and call a psychotic animal control officer named Dubois, who wants Alex's head as a trophy. To get out of the casino, the penguins drive through the wall and pick them up in a custom armored van. Dubois shows up and she is able to smell which way they went and start to follow them. They barely get away from her and get onto the plane heading back to New York. Well, in the air, the plane's gear assembly breaks and they crash land with no hope of ever rebuilding the plane, and the police hot on their tail, no pun intended. They have to lie to some circus animals that they are also circus animals so that they will be let on their train. With the last of their casino winnings, the penguins buy the circus, but at their first show they find out their mistake since this circus sucks. Back at the train, they all start to regret buying the circus, and especially after penguins reveal that they had enough money to buy a plane. Stefano, a member of the circus, asks Alex to come with him so he can show him something. He shows Alex that they were once a good circus, but at one of the shows, Vitaly, the star of the circus, caught on fire while trying to jump through a burning ring. After that, they lost his passion, and when his passion disappeared, so did the rest of the circus passion. At the next stop, Alex gives a pep talk on how they should do something they are passionate about and not just do something because it's tradition, which gets everyone hyped. Even Vitaly says that he will do one ring. They start training immediately. Gloria and Merman decide that they will dance on a tightrope. Martin Stefano shoots that they will be shoot out of a cannon, and Alex joins Gia, another member of the circus, on a trapeze. However, while training, the penguins spot Dubois not far away from where they are, so they are forced to leave without finishing practicing and head to their next show. At this show there will be an American promoter, and if they impress him they can go on an American tour. But right before the show starts, Vitaly backs down since his stunt is impossible. Alex argues back that that's why the people loved it, and Vitaly remembers that that's why he loved it too. He did the impossible, and so what if he goes up in flames? Alex actually has an idea to prevent that, and it is to use hair conditioning instead of olive oil. After drenching himself in hair conditioner, Vitaly orders Stefano to light the hoop on fire, and he starts to run towards it and eventually jumps to it, and this time he makes it, and the show kills, and in return they get permission to go on an American tour. Right after the show finishes, Dubois shows up, but she is quickly dealt with, although not in time for the circus animals to see a bit of newspaper with Alex on it and the title Famous Zoo Animal Missing. And they realize that Alex, Gloria, Martin and Melman aren't circus animals, they are zoo animals. When they arrive in New York, the zoo animals go to the zoo. While staring into the enclosures, they realize that returning into captivity no longer feels like home, and that the circus felt like home, and they decide that they will go back to the circus and apologize. But they get ambushed by Dubois and shot with tranquilizers, and luckily right before Dubois was able to take Alex's head, the zoo workers came out and thanks Dubois for bringing them back. King Julian, who was also shot, just not captured, wanders back to the circus and tells them that Alex, Gloria, Martin and Melon were attacked by Dubois, and they decide that they will go and save them. Alex wakes up in his zoo enclosure, but this time there's a big metal fence separating him from Gloria, Martin and Melman. Dubois walks up on a stage in front of Alex's cage to receive a check for $1 million for bringing the animals back, but she rips the check, loads her gun with a poisonous dart and hides it in a styrofoam hand and shoots it at Alex. He's saved by Gia in the last second, and the rest of the circus saves Gloria, Martin, Melman. But while trying to save the zoo animals, Stefano gets taken by Dubois, so Alex goes to save him and dumps Dubois in his old zoo enclosure, and she gets shot by a tranquilizer dart. When they all reunite again, Alex, Gloria, Martin and Melman decide that they will stay with the circus instead of going back to the zoo.